Hey everybody, Brian Good here. Welcome to Storm Talk. Well, we have a lot to talk about in the short range here, but nice view from our Kentucky One Skytrack camera. Yeah, it's gloomy, rainy out, but nice look at Slugger Field. They just took the tarp off, getting ready for the championship tonight for the cards. So hopefully that the rain won't mess things up too much between now and the early afternoon period. Another round of showers is moving in. A lot of cloud cover now. The visible image is now coming into play, so it's hard to see. It looks like clearing here. This is not clearing. This is actually shadows that are taking place from the higher level clouds in that area. But it is cloudy. But there are some breaks out here to the west, and we may start to see that change as we head into this afternoon. We could get some of that clearing to work its way in here on the southwest edges of this low. So we'll be optimistic and say that we'll at the very least, I think we'll have a nice sunset. If you look to the west, even if it's cloudy overhead, the clearing, the breaking of the clouds near the horizon should be within view to where the sun can light up the lid underneath that and allow for a pretty sunset. I think at least that'll happen. But there's a chance we could actually clear the sky out over your head as well. All right, so the radar trends, the showers continue to rotate in, little spokes dropping in one at a time. On the backside of that low, the low is taking its sweet time as expected to move through the Ohio Valley, but it is moving out. And the quicker it does, the quicker we can get that dry air to work its way in the southwest corners of it. But as you can see in the loop here, it looks like it really hasn't moved much at all in the past 12 hours here. All right, now we'll look at humidity levels once we get the system out of the way, by the way. Tomorrow looks fine. We have a warm front moving in. We already see signs of that warm front right in here. Humidity is building in across Texas. That is going to surge right into the Midwest, Mississippi Valley, the Ohio Valley, in about a 36-hour period. You will know a difference. Notice a difference. As early as tomorrow with the warmth, but really humidity by Saturday. Now, as far as severe potential, we don't have to worry about that today. We don't have to really worry about tomorrow. Yes, there's a marginal risk out technically along the north of 64, and it's really for the boundary, the warm front as it gets up into this area. The cap may have rolled enough for a few gusty thunderstorms. I wouldn't rule it out. The potential is there, but that overnight activity that we were watching that could drop down, the signs of that don't look as impressive as earlier. So this is not looking to be a big deal right now. We'll have an update on that tomorrow. But then as we head into Saturday, it's Friday, but Saturday, look how crazy it gets. Widespread severe risk over the Ohio Valley and the Mississippi Valley. It's pretty crazy. As far as the details, I've ignored the legend here. Look at the hatched area. That's a significant severe weather is likely in this area. This tells me that this is likely going to be a moderate risk kind of a setup for Mississippi and Arkansas. And I think the enhanced may more to the east. I think the enhanced should go at least to 65, in my opinion, from the data we're looking at. So those are the changes I think you'll likely see as we get closer, but I can understand now. You got to go slow with this. As we look at the maps, here's the stalled front. A few thunderstorms possible in the afternoon hours Saturday, but it's mainly when this little piece of energy rolls out Saturday night. I'm telling you, the radar is going to light up here to our west with severe weather. It's all about how this is going to evolve. And MCSs, complexes of thunderstorms, mesoscale convective system, when they develop, they can evolve in shape and they kind of feed. They love high dew points. They love deep moisture, and they will feed on that, and they will aim toward it. So they're going to spread out. This complex will, and we call it cold pooling. You're likely going to see the outflow boundary at times stretch out from the bowing segments of these thunderstorms. This is a widespread classic setup for widespread wind damage potential and large hail. Yes, you can get tornadoes with it, but usually only with the bowing segments at the top or the bottom of the bowing segment. You can sometimes get a little rotation couplets there, vortices, and sometimes even on the leading edge of the bow, sometimes you can get a brief spin up. But this is not a tornado outbreak scenario, more of a straight line wind issue. And then maybe some flooding as we head into Saturday night. Here are the forecast dew points Saturday evening into the 70s. Ooh, I mean, the thermometer Saturday night, if we don't get any rain late in the day Saturday, we're going to be struggling to get below 80 and certainly below 75. It is going to be very humid and very warm Saturday night. That is just setting the stage for this complex to feed on this moisture. And it's going to aim and spread out where you see the purple. So it's going to spread out across Kentucky and spread out to the south, two different directions. And some of that may separate too, which is what I think may actually end up happening. I think the northern part of this may separate and become a damaging wind threat for our area. The southern part of it will be a damaging wind threat, but I think this is going to become horizontal and then kind of stall out across the Tennessee, Kentucky area. And my concern with that would be flooding then if it breaks free from that. When you look at the wind fields, here's the strong wind fields aloft as we head into Saturday late night. You see the damage wind threat approaching us. But notice what happens as we head into the overnight. Still some strong winds, but they become a little more parallel to the upper flow. The wind arrow is a little more from the due west. So this is going to become a training issue of very heavy rain, gusty winds, and an amazing amount of lightning. That's going to be a big topic too, is how much lightning, cloud-to-ground lightning, this thing's going to have with it. All right, so looking at the sounding. This is in the middle of the night. Lifted index around negative 13. Shear values, it's more of a directional shear more than speed shear, but they're up there. I mean, right at the threshold. This is right before the stronger winds get here anyway. But the potential is there certainly for hail. The trail threat is there with the directional shear. We'll have to monitor that. But it's the amount of I mean, the Cape's 3,000 to 4,000. That is insane for the middle of the night. So there's a lot of fuel to work with. And when you look at the analogs, what has happened in the past, you take the current setup forecast and the models kind of think, okay, in the past 20, 30 years, what has happened before? And it spits out what is the most likelihood scenario then of severe weather. And you can see that we're in that roughly 70 to 80% zone for severe weather to happen Saturday night late. And then Sunday, it depends on how much cloud cover we have early Sunday. There could be a lot of clouds and debris clouds, we call it, and rain early on. But if we can clear out just for a moment Saturday afternoon as the cold front moves in, there is some instability show up. We could see some thunderstorms develop along that, and the models are hinting at that. There could be another round of thunderstorms Sunday afternoon evening, and if we clear out, there could be some of those on the strong side. We'll monitor that. And then as we get into the holiday, dry air works its way in, and Memorial Day will end on a very nice note. So there's a lot to monitor, guys, and there's still a lot of questions. This is an overall theme that has been building all week, and this is the latest thinking on it, and we'll just fine-tune it as we get closer. So stay tuned for more info.